I can't change my job. Well, the excitement alone from looking for a new job can change your health. We need to get those things out of our lives that are stressing us out so much and are building that obstruction. So step number 1 is to eliminate the cause. And remember, I'm going to have a book out one day. If you want to be healthy, eliminate your doctor. That's going to come out. Step number 2, cleanse and rebuild from the damage you've already created. Cleanse and rebuild from the damage you've already created. Now this could be 2 steps, because when you're cleansing, your body's automatically rebuilding. But it's 1 step, because when you're cleansing, it's rebuilding automatically. It's not separate. Now there are many different ways to cleanse. There's colonics, there's enemas, there's massages, there's oils, there's herbal programs, there's many different ways to cleanse. But the greatest way is free, and everyone loves it. It's called sleep. When you're sleeping, your blood in your body is cleansing. It's the greatest cleanser out there. I don't know why so many people love it so much, but they cut it short every night and every morning. We need to cleanse and rebuild from the damage we've created. That's step number 2. The body has amazing powers to overcome everything if we just do those 2 steps alone. I actually met a fellow, I'm going to tell you some stories right now about some people I met. I met somebody in Phoenix a couple of months ago. Man had more energy than just about anyone I ever met. Man's 107 years old. Yeah. And he has great energy. Great health. I've heard even more stories about that, but this is an amazing thing. Is it really amazing? Well, the scriptures tell us we should be living to 120. We look at that. The other night I was hanging out with a person. This is how amazing the human body is. This person, in an accident, cut their finger off. They cut their thumb off at the knuckle. And they went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, we'll just chisel it down and make it a half a thumb and so on, and then that'll be done. But this man knew better. It's like he heard something in the background saying, dum, dum, dum. But this man knew better. He said, no, I'm going to take care of it myself. And this man has experienced a tremendous amount of healing over the years to know what to do. This man has pictures, and this has only been 1 month now, where his thumb is growing back. He said, here's the original cut line, here's where it's grown to now. His thumb is growing back. It's amazing what the body can do when we simply eliminate what causes the problem and cleanse and rebuild from the damage we've created. You know, I wanted to give him a sign of encouragement, but I wasn't going to give him a thumbs up. But it's so important. He told me today, he said, well, I didn't have a ride home from the hospital. I said, what did you do, hit your eye? but it's amazing what the body can do when we let it, when we interfere, something else happens. So step number 3, create a diet that works best for our own individual chemistry. Create a diet that works best for our own individual chemistry. Now you might be thinking, I thought you said raw foods were best for us. What do you mean create a diet that works best for us each individually? What I mean is, I could tell you to take a lot of supplements, I could tell you what foods are best for you and what you particularly need for your individual situation, but I can tell you that, but it wouldn't be true unless I did one thing. The body has a messenger, a true messenger. The true messenger of the body is the blood. And by looking at the blood on a chemistry level, you could tell exactly where a person is and where a person is going. A good friend of mine, Dr. Shandell in Hollywood, Florida, he's a chemist, he has a laboratory. He says, there's so many people that think they feel great, but remember what I said about feeling? Your body can truly react, but then when he looks at their blood, they're a wreck. And he has a longevity blood profile test that could tell somebody 10 years prior to them getting cancer, if they keep doing what they're going to do, they're going to get cancer, even though they feel great. They're heading for it, but just looking at their blood, he could tell. Now, if you're monitoring your blood and you know exactly what's going on in your body, you know what nutrition you need, and so on, then the first place you should get those nutrients is from food. Then after that, you can get it from a whole foods in a supplement form. Then after that, you can look for other supplements. But the majority of us don't have any idea. I'm not going to tell you to take a certain nutrient because the last 10 people I saw needed it. I'm going to say, no, let me see your blood work, and then I'll tell you. So go and get a simple blood test. Now, be careful, because doctors don't know how to read this blood test. The doctor will say, everyone looks high, and you're just average. They'll say, oh, you're really low. They don't know. So you have to get that blood test and go to somebody who knows how to read them. I know a lot of people I've interviewed in this book. Dr. Shandell in Florida, Dr. Fred Bishy. You can mail your blood work to all these people and I'll look at it. Hippocrates Health Institute, for over 50 years they've been doing this, and if anyone goes there for the 3-week program, they'll look at your blood work for the rest of your life. They'll go over the results with you. I want to talk about the Hippocrates program because there are people out there now that have been eating a raw food diet for like a year or 2 years and they think they're some guru. You know, if somebody comes to me and they have inflammatory bowel disease or they just want to learn how to eat better, I'll help them. But if somebody comes to me with cancer, I'm not going to help them. I'm going to send them to Hippocrates Health Institute or somewhere who has the experience and knows, because this isn't a little tricky game here. This is a serious thing. You need to get to these places. I have brochures back there for Hippocrates Health Institute. If you want to call them up, their phone number is 561-471-8876. I don't work for them. I promote them because I know it works. Because I go there all the time, I volunteer my time there and I teach there, and I see the people just like that lady in the wheelchair getting better if their body has the energy to do so. I said to the owner there, I said, I would love to get people here, how can I encourage them to do so? He said, offer them a discount. If anyone goes there and mentions my name, Paula Nisona, they will give you 5% off. And trust me, that's a good discount. Anything I can do to help you, I will visit you when you're there if I'm in town, and I will talk to you and help you. And when you leave there, I will continue to work with you and make sure you're on the program and answer your questions. I was sick and I know how it is to be living with a deadly disease. I might be joking tonight, but I'm not doing this here to get laughs. I'm doing this here to save your life. I want to see you get healthy. And I want to see you tell other people how to get healthy. If the doctors aren't doing it. I go to hospitals all the time to visit my friends. And I always go there and they always say to me, are you still eating that crazy diet? I'm going there to visit them. And then they're sending me to the basement to get them some McDonald's or something that's in most hospitals today. It's actually not McDonald's in the basement, it's on the first floor, but if you eat too much of that food, it'll put you in another room in the basement. That's how crazy these hospitals are today. We have an opportunity to get well again. Create a diet that works better for your own individual chemistry. These brochures are in the back, my information's in the back, and I want to give you my contact information right now, and then I'm going to tell you step number 4, and then I'm going to take questions and answers. If you want to get in touch with me, my website is paulnison.com. www.paulnison.com. And I have a web store where you can buy my books and so on at rawlife.com, rawlife.com. And I have a non-profit organization now, a non-profit ministry, which is TorahLifeMinistries.org. TorahLifeMinistries.org. I say that's a new non-profit, but I've really always been non-profit because I've been doing this a long time and I never see a profit. but more than anything you can do for me is just pray that this message reaches the people it has to reach to and everyone gets it that needs to get this message. You can call me up. I have a toll-free number, 866-RAW-PAUL. Now, if you don't remember that, I sell some special pills for your memories. 866-RAW-PAUL. Any way I can help you, I offer myself to make it to do so. Now, my first 5 books have been self-published. My next book is published, A Formula for Health. It's not here tonight because I'm working with a publisher for the first time. But it is coming out in the next 2 weeks. And if anyone wants to order it tonight and pay for it, I can have it sent right to you, right from the publisher. And you'll have it before anyone else. So I'll be back there later. I have some of my other books here for sale. But if you want to get that book, you can do so. I'm excited I'm working with the publisher for the first time because I can keep the cost as low as possible. And it's only $12.95 for that book. So I'm really excited for that. And a couple